Yang mau kuliah jangan ini ya.
Ya, mulai.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good afternoon, guys. How are you today? I hope
Fine.
all in a good conditions. Okay, well, I'm Indri Lestari, and my student ID number are 1911040362. And in this good opportunity, I will present my material. And my material today is Khadijah binti Khuwailid. Well, my presentations will be held about 10 minutes, so I hope you can enjoy my presentations. Okay, let's start this presentations. Next slide. Okay, the first. Do you know who Khadijah binti Khuwailid is, guys? Yeah. According to Al-Hadith from Ibnu Abbas radhiyallahu anhu said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the woman in heaven after Maryam are Fatimah binti Muhammad, and then Siti Khadijah binti Khuwailid, and Siti Asiyah, the wife of Fir'aun. It's according Hadith from Ahmad. And the other Hadith state that the best of women in the sky is Siti Maryam binti Imran, and the best of woman in the earth is Siti Khadijah binti Khuwailid. So we can conclude that Siti Khadijah binti Khuwailid is the best woman in the earth. And then the next slide is that. Okay, here I will explain about birth and family background of Siti Khadijah binti Khuwailid. The first point, when and where Siti Khadijah was born. Yeah, in Mecca, the year 68 before Hijriah, or coinciding with the years 555 AD, is a special for the family of Khuwailid bin As'ad. Why? Yeah, because in that year, a beautiful baby girl was born in the midst of the family of Khuwailid bin As'ad. And then the second point, who is the full name of Siti Khadijah? Khuwailid bin As'ad named his daughter Siti Khadijah. The baby's full name is Siti Khadijah binti Khuwailid bin As'ad bin Abdul Uzza bin Qusay bin Kilab al-Qurasiyah al-Asadiyah. And then the third point. The third point is background of Siti Khadijah family. Siti Khadijah, born from a well-known family and full of wealth, growing up in the midst of a respected and wealthy family did not make Siti Khadijah an arrogant person. Precisely, the privilege that is in her makes her humble. And then the last is when her parents died. In 575 AD, Siti Khadijah's mother died. And then 10 years later, his father died. The death of her parents made her grow up to be an independent woman. And then next slide is that. Next, I will explain about previous marriage before our Prophet Muhammad. Next slide is that. Okay. Prior marriage with the Prophet. Story state that Siti Khadijah have married with two men before marriage with Prophet Muhammad. And who is the man? The first is Abu Hala, and the second is Atik bin Aid. Yeah. Many nobles and wealthy merchants scrambled to ask for her hand, but the one who was able to ask for her hand was Abu Hala bin Zurarah at-Tamimi. The couple has two children, namely Hala and Hindun. But unfortunately, the marriage did not last long. Why? Because Abu Hala died, leaving behind many children and wealth for Siti Khadijah. And then the second is married with Atik bin Aid. Siti Khadijah felt that It was time to start a household again. Among the many proposals that come to her, Siti Khadijah decided to accept the proposal of Atik bin Aid al-Mahzumi. However, Allah tests Siti Khadijah's mental strength again. Her second husband, or Atik bin Aid, also died. And then next, I will explain about Siti Khadijah journey. Next slide is a okay. Her life journey or Siti Khadijah life journey with Prophet Muhammad. It starts with marriage with Rasulullah or our Prophet Muhammad. Mm, many men want to marry with Khadijah, but until finally she decided to marry with Muhammad bin Abdullah, who at the time was her own employee. He liked with Muhammad because of her very good character, honest, and very trustworthy. And with a drawny young camel, Allah married Siti Khadijah bin Khadijah was represented by her uncle named Amr bin As'ad, while on the side of Muhammad bin Abdullah by Abu Talib and Hamzah. And then the next point is sorry, and Allah blessed his perfect couple with 6 children, and the children name are the first is Qasim, and then Abdullah, Zainab, Ruqayyah, Ummu Kulsum, and the last is Siti Fatimah. And then the next point is before the prophethood of Muhammad. Siti Khadijah saw her credibility as an exemplary wife. She fully supports whatever is done by her husband or the Prophet Muhammad. When the Prophet had a tendency to make uzlah, Siti Khadijah support by providing and preparing provisions for the Prophet. And then the third point is Siti Khadijah is the first people and woman in Islam. It's according to Al Hadith, and we can conclude that Al Hadith states we can know that Siti Khadijah was the first to believe in what the Prophet brought without any doubt, not because it was her husband who delivered the treatise. And then the last point is before that. Siti Khadijah has sacrificed everything she has to support the mission of the Prophet Muhammad. And increasingly old age, a body that is no longer as strong as when she was young. And the other side, coupled with the boycott of the Quraysh in videos, made Siti Khadijah conditions even weaker. Towards the age of 65 years or 3 years before Prophet migration, Siti Khadijah clothes her eyes to her Lord. The death of Siti Khadijah made the Prophet say, has gone his true friend in life to meet the Lord. The Prophet called the year of Siti Khadijah's death is year of sorrow. Okay, guys, that's all my explanation about Siti Khadijah binti Khuwailid. So the conclusion are yeah, the conclusion is nobody is perfect, but Siti Khadijah is an exception. Why? Because she had a lot of wealth before marrying the Prophet. She also comes from a respectable family. Her beauty was recognized throughout the people of Mecca. And religious, historical facts speak that Siti Khadijah was the first to declare her Islam. Even his Islam has no reproach, Siti Khadijah gave everything she had for the glory of Islam, starting from wealth, love, and life. Okay, maybe that's all my explanation about Siti Khadijah binti Khuwailid. I hope you can make see as your example a good character in your life. Okay, thank you very much for your nice attention. And last word, I'm say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wabarakatuh.